All right, I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck. Let's do it.
Focus, focus, big deep breaths, big deep breaths. Calm yourself down. Calm yourself back. Come on, breathe. Breathe. Good work, that's it. Breathe.
Let's fight.
What are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on. You've been coasting this fight, and now you're gonna let him get back in. Now it's a tougher fight, and he's gonna be confident.
And box.
Okay, let's reset. Switch stance.
Great work. You're going so nicely, so on plan. There you go. Good hit. Look at me.
And time!
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing? Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it. Hey, let's go out there and let's reset. Forget about that round.
Let's go.
Now you're switching off. Let's get out there, get your boxing back together. Just take the round off. Win the round on your jab.
Let's do it.
fight? Right. Now listen, kid, I need you to go back out there.
Box.
Okay, it's not working out. Not working out. Switch southpaw. Switch stance. That's it. What do we do in the gym? Okay, it's not working out. Not working out. Switch southpaw.
Fine.
Oh, what was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off. Get your mind back.
Do your business.
It's not working. It's not working. Switch southpaw.
Now start countering.
Switch stance. That's it. What we do in the gym. You know you can do it in the gym. Be confident. That's it. Nice and smooth. Stay that way now.
Flip, flip.
Fine.
What are you doing? You switched off completely. You getting soft on me? Hey, the fight's not over yet. You gotta get out there and win this round, kid. You had everything in...
And box.
Vary your attacks.
Keep striving until my lungs can't breathe. They're all tired, I don't know about fatigue. Got my bros back if we come under siege. Got my dogs with me, I ain't carrying a leash. Thank the Lord for my freedom of speech, cause I say what I like and I do what I please. Brothers think I didn't train for this my whole life. Tried to tell them it didn't come with ease. They must have thought that I didn't put in graft. Stayed fully focused and stuck to the task. When it paid off, I was like at last. Them other brothers can kiss my ass. And I promise you that I wouldn't wanna be ya. Them man ain't got this energy, do ya? I cannot feel that vibe going through ya. Flat battery like my dead computer. Told them once and I told them again.
It'll be tough to forget this evening. How about your surroundings here at Balfour Bay? And hopefully we'll have a memorable fight as well. And here with me, my broadcast, Sugar Ray Leonard. He, of course, won world titles in 5 different weight classes, including the Undisputed Sugar Ray.
This bout is scheduled.
How will these two fight? The build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Just missed with that hook. How did they not see that uppercut coming? Considering we're outside in the sold-out arena, it almost feels like the Roman Colosseum and 2 gladiators going at it.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind, you've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
Good counter punching. And Sugar is in trouble. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Don't want to trade shots. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Oh, Leonard just got rocked. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice punch. One punch could change everything in this battle. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
It's a flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put them on the back foot, put them under pressure.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. They block the uppercut. fighter focuses on that outside game. You don't see them get hit too often. You don't see them in trouble a lot, but that's what their mantra is.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. And around. On to the third. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Catch and shoot. Just misses with that uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The courage on display here is incredible. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
How would you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Just misses with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. That. And there's the bell for round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight. They
are going to surrender. No mas. And that is that. They... We've got high hopes for this contest. It's the Mex...
This bout...
Not too many seats to be had. Here we go, round 1. Who's going to land the first big shot? Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. best action I've seen in any round anywhere this year. A perfect counter shot. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Beautiful counter punch. Didn't land that jab. Nice slip to avoid the jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
You've been coasting this fight. Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Now don't want you to load up.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice exchange here from both men. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. That's another scoring shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the cup.
And there's the bell to start round three. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Punch, counter punch. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Both men step back for just a moment. so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he misses with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One punch could change everything in this battle. Defense is not an option for these two. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. You know that bell with... There's the bell for round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He blocks the jab. Oh, Leonard just got rocked. Looks like trouble was averted.
Team Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. Well, this is the time that the... On to the 5th we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Catch and shoot. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Only catching air with that hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you... Did you see that? And Sugar is in trouble. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Perfect counter lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. On to the 6th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold and tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Nice defense on that jab. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punch. Nice work to avoid the left uppercut. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
They exchange punches. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different...
Here we go, it's round 7. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. And he misses with that straight left. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, John.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at a middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
That jab won't score. Nice counter shot. Trying to land that jab. These two were made for each other. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round. And there's the bell to start round 8. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
counter shot. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvellous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Throws the uppercut, but misses. Well done with that counter shot. That counter shot lands. Misses with the straight left. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Beautiful counter shot. What a tough way to lose it by split decision.
A split decision, I've enjoyed that. I actually forgot the rounds rolled by. The rounds were that close, they flew by. But what excitement. I could watch another 15 rounds of that. They probably can't do it.
Just wanna find and run away. Away from this place, away from mistakes. Broken promises made to myself to pursue my happiness. I want to fly away. Live my life in my own way. Give me a new day. I start afresh to start again. This could be, this could be, this could be. This could be, this could be, this could be the chance.
Look at this venue. What a remarkable scene for hopefully what will be a remarkable fight. We are live at Falcor Bay. Alongside me, Dion and
This bout,
an open air out. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? He just got caught with a big right. Well, I hope you brought your sunglasses because we're fighting outside, and what a main event this should be.
If you are on the losing side of this fight and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be, so you've got to make sure you prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking to fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. I'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Swing and a miss with that hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Wilder in that. On to the second round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Maybe I'm crazy, Johnny, but this slugger's game plan appears to be hit me in the face as many times as you want, and right when you get tired of it, I'm going to catch you with a counter and knock you out.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Good counter punch. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Shot. There's a counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. Do you believe what we're seeing? Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. Looks like he's in trouble. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Wilder now. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
So close with that uppercut. No rest for the weary. A perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Off the charts action from both of these fighters. We wanted action, and they are delivering. How about that time counter shot? Every time you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, make look so...
Back at it in round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Missing with that jab. That punch lands. A perfect counter lands. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. What a win! Lincoln, you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Are you okay?
You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.